To the NBA, free agency officially starts today. Players can begin signing with teams 6 p.m. Eastern time this evening. A lot of groundwork, though, has already been laid yesterday. Players having until 5 p.m. to opt out of deals, including LeBron James, who did, declining the final year of his current deal with L.A. to the tune of $51.4 million. His agent, Rich Paul, says James wants a better roster in L.A. and will work with them to make that happen, even if that means a pay cut, as we use quotation marks. Pay cut. Oh, Woj in the building. His Super Bowl. Phone's about to go crazy this morning and throughout the day. Woj, what does this mean now for the Lakers with James opting out?
Well, he's going to sign a new deal regardless with the Lakers. He'll get a chance to play with Bronny, and he'll decide how the length of that deal. He could do a 3-year, $162 million deal. He could do a 1+1. But there's a sense probably LeBron James starts to really take this year to year. But what he's telling the Lakers is if they can find an impact player at the mid-level exception, about $13 million, whether that's a Klay Thompson, a James Harden, a Jonas Valanciunas, maybe a couple others. This is not a star-laden free agency class. He will take less on his contract to allow the Lakers to add that exception into their payroll. Right now, he's due to make about $50 million plus with his new deal. He'd have to take about $20 million less for the Lakers to have their full mid-level exception. But James Harden, he's going to get more than double that probably to return to the Clippers. Valanciunas, Klay Thompson, there's certainly other options for them. It's not going to be easy for the Lakers, whether LeBron is willing to take a pay cut or not, to land an impact player at that spot. But he said he's willing to do it.
And how long is he giving the Lakers to work with a potential timeline? Because now James has to tune up for the Olympics in Vegas here in a couple of weeks, right? So he probably wants to divert his attention. Well,
the market itself, these kinds of players are probably going to come off the board pretty quickly in free agency. So I don't know that it's going to be a real relevant point about when camp is. These kind of deals with these kind of players tend to move within the first 2-3 days at the latest.
Okay, it's going to get active. Let's stay in L.A., something Paul George potentially might not do as he now opts out of his year there. So what are some options now for PG?
Well, number one, he's going to meet with the Clippers. He's going to meet with the Philadelphia 76ers, who are a significant threat to lure him away, and also the Orlando Magic, who also have the cap space along with Philly to sign Paul George. He and the Clippers have been negotiating for a year. They haven't gotten there on a deal. The Clippers got there on a 3-year deal below the max with Kawhi Leonard. They want to do the same kind of deal with Paul George. There's a new collective bargaining agreement. There's a new salary cap, and the Clippers feel like they've got to take those players at a little bit less to put a group around them that's good enough to win. And you've also got players in their mid-30s. What they've not wanted to do is do a 4th year on a Paul George deal. I think if they had, he might already have committed back there. And so certainly right now in Philadelphia, in Orlando, their willingness to go to a 4th year makes those very attractive destinations for him. If the Clippers were going to offer that 4th year, they probably would have already. But for Paul George to walk away from L.A., that's home. His family is there. He went back to the Clippers because he wanted to be there. Not easy, but he's going to meet with the Clippers, Magic, Sixers, or Clippers, Magic, Sixers, beginning late tonight and then into Monday.
6 p.m. Eastern, they can start signing as soon as Woj hears something. So too will you. Thanks, Woj.
Thanks, Gary.
I'm on fire.